Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making cauliflower parathas. The cauliflower are going to be stuffed in flatbread, and in Gujarati they're called Gobi na paratha. So or Gobi, we call it Gobi. Cauliflower is Gobi, and then Gobi is in Urdu. So very simple ingredients here. I have about half of a cauliflower that I took the stems. I discarded the middle part of the very hardy stems. I discarded that, and then I just pulsed it in my food processor. So about half of a medium cauliflower, and don't have to be exact. We're also going to be adding just a little bit of about 2 tablespoons of spring onions in there. We're going to do about a tablespoon of fresh coriander that's chopped up, and then I'm going to do half a teaspoon of ginger and garlic. We're going to do a teaspoon of amchur powder or mango powder. It gives the parathas a really nice tangy taste. We'll also do half a teaspoon of cumin powder. We're going to do about a teaspoon of lemon pepper, and then a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder. Now you can add more chili powder if you like, and then salt to taste. Now this all here with the olive oil, we're going to put about a tablespoon, not more. We're going to need that to saute our vegetables. So that's one part of the recipe. The second part is the actual flatbread, the breads that we're going to make. So I have 2 cups of wheat flour here, and to that we're going to be putting 1 cup of warm water. Doesn't have to be warm, can be lukewarm, and then salt to taste, and about 2 teaspoons of olive oil when we bind the dough. So let's get started. I think what we're going to do is we're going to first make our filling so that it can cool down before we start stuffing the parathas. So let's get started. So I'm going to turn my heat on. I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 tablespoon of olive oil in. And I did forget that we're also going to be using some turmeric, about half a teaspoon of turmeric that I completely forgot to mention. So we're going to let this heat up, and then we're going to add our ginger and garlic, and this is going to give it a really nice taste. So you can see here I added about half a teaspoon of ginger and garlic, and I just want to saute this just so it gives it a really nice aroma, and half a teaspoon is going to be more than enough. So now we're going to start adding the rest of the ingredients in there. Gobi or cauliflower, lili dungri or spring onions, harder or turmeric, cumin or jiru, amchur powder or mango powder, lemon pepper, salt or nimak, Kashmiri chili powder. Chopped coriander or kothmir. So you can see here that I've got all my spices in here, and I just always remember to cook your spices up just a little bit so it doesn't give your product a raw taste. At this time, you also want to do a quick taste test to make sure that you've got super tasty. And adjust the taste accordingly. And now we're just gonna let this cool, and then we're gonna start making our paratha. So you can see that I've got my dough all together. Now what you want to do is you want to knead this dough for about 5 minutes. And it's not required, but I'm telling you, the quality of the dough is gonna make so much of a difference. It's gonna become so much softer and so much nicer. So 5 minutes, just we're gonna knead this dough, and then we're gonna put it away for about 20 minutes. And what that's going to do is we're going to rest our dough, and then also in that time that our cauliflower mixture is going to be really, really nice and cool, because you don't want to stuff it with hot mixture, because it's going to cook the inside of it and it's going to be soggy and it's going to be really, really icky. So I'm going to continue this and then come back when we're ready to stuff these. So we're going to take my rounds here, and I've started making them just so that I can get stuff going quickly. And so let me show you exactly how we're going to do this. You want to flatten them out just like so, or use a rolling pin, whatever works for you. I think this is the best that works for me, so that's the way I'm going to do it. And then what you want to do is you want to put it in your hand like this, and you want to take some mixture. I would say a good 2 tablespoons of mixture is more than enough. Now I got 8 parathas from this recipe, and I had probably going to have about 1 tablespoon of filling left. I'm going to slow down the stove here completely. And then what you want to do is you want to hold it like this, and then just kind of start making like a zigzag like that and start closing it. Fill this in, bring it up, bring that up, bring that up, close it. Make sure that it's sealed really well. And then what I usually do is I'm just with my hand, I'm going to try and get a good amount of surface space like this. That way, and now there is a couple bubbles in there because I can feel it. But if we roll it really nicely and softly, we should be okay. We're going to take some flour and just dust it just like that. And then you want to just start rolling it very lightly. You don't want to press it down when you, like how you do the regular roti, otherwise it is going to break. And if you see that the top breaks just a little bit, don't worry about it. That's okay. It's actually going to taste even better because it's going to caramelize when we cook it. So you just want to make sure also that you get the sides. It's always that the sides get left, and then you have like a thicker sides, and then okay, and then you just want to work it until you have the appropriate size of how big you want to roll it out. But whenever you have anything stuffed, I highly recommend that you don't make them very big. Okay, so at this point I'm going to now increase my heat, and I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. You can use butter, you can use ghee or clarified butter, it's up to you. I love using olive oil, so I'm going to do olive oil. Okay, you want to place it down really nicely, just turn it around, and then what I usually do is go ahead and add just a little bit more olive oil on the top. Just, oops, sorry, I know that was a lot. You're gonna say, comments are gonna come in, that was not a little bit, she just dumped a whole bit of olive oil on there. I know I just added a little bit more. So, and then what you want to do is let it do its thing until the bottom you start seeing little brown dots. If you flip it too quickly, you're more chances that it's gonna break because the top is not cooked and the bottom is not cooked, so it's gonna break on you. And then so you just want to wait until it doesn't take more than a minute for each side. It works really, really fast because it's a thin dough. The inside is cooked, so we don't need to cook it too much. Now I'll show you when I turn it around. See that? how we've got those little brown spots on there, which is perfect. So now I'm just gonna wait until the other side is done. I'm not gonna add any more olive oil to this. And while that's cooking, let's go ahead and break one. I got 8 parathas out of it, and I think I said that, but so I'm just gonna, this is really, really hot. But if you see here, let's make sure it's not burning on us. Okay, so if you see the inside, it's beautiful and it's cooked through. These are amazing. Super tasty, guiltless. These are perfect for if you're going out, or if you're traveling, you know, it's like having cabbage curry and roti or paratha at this, you know, when you sit down and have it. That's how it feels like, but it's portable. So they're just absolutely wonderful. These are great for lunch boxes. They're good for a snack, and you can have this with your favorite pickle. I've made a couple pickle videos. Make sure you check those out. And so today we've made our gobi parathas. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. See you then, friends.